Nate Oates has coached in this building 2 times. He lost them both against Oklahoma in some SEC Big 12 Challenge games. Porter Moser beat him a few seasons ago. And so they meet once again in Norman. Alabama with the road crimson, Oklahoma in the white. This is one of the freshmen, London Jemison, who is playing some fine basketball. He's making his 3rd straight start now with Latrell Wrightsell still out of the lineup. So this is Porter Moser's starting 5. Got a couple of ex-Crimson Tide in the lineup. Mohamed Wagee was on that Final Four team a couple of seasons ago. Darion Reed was there a year ago. But it is Pack and Brown who have been the offensive centerpieces, both going for about 16 points per game this year. Mark, meanwhile, on the other side, we mentioned how Wrightsell is out for a 3rd straight game. You got the 2 rookies in Jemison and Allen in there, along with the high-scoring tandem, as you pointed out, Holloway and Philon. Those 2, they could combine for 40 at any given night. Oklahoma trying to dig in defensively after they gave it away on their first possession. So here is Philon. They're very trusted big inside is Aiden Sherrill. He's getting better and better as this year unfolds.
A patient offensive possession that time by Alabama. But Oklahoma's defense in the first 2 possessions, solid.
Philon giving the assist there on that recent possession. So this is Reed in the corner. Very versatile big man. Tay Davis on the attack. Davis missed it.
And one of the keys for Alabama, according to head coach Nate Oates, they must guard the ball better.
This is Amari Allen. He's offline. Yeah, both of these teams, they're much further ahead and much more prolific on the offensive end compared to the other side. Oklahoma misfires from distance. Wagee could not put it back up and in. And then you got a foul on Oklahoma. And the Tide can play it into the front court here in a moment. So there's the 50-year-old from Watertown, Wisconsin. He continues to guide this program to the unprecedented heights. The Final Four 2 years ago. 5 straight NCAA tournaments now. Yeah, what is Mark? Obviously on the other side, his counterpart. That's the 5th-year boss in Norman. That's Porter Moser. He's guided this program to back-to-back 20-win seasons in the NCAA tournament a year ago. So you've lauded the defense on this end. What is critical for Oklahoma against this explosive Tide team on this side?
Keep the ball out of the paint on the bounce. If Philon makes shots like that, I think you live with it.
Yeah, it shows you just how crafty this 6'3" sophomore is.
Yeah, turnovers have been a problem for Oklahoma in league play.
Kirill Ilatonsev on the floor quickly, number 15 in the white. That jumper, it's good, and Xavier Brown hits it from 15.
He's really good elbow to elbow in that mid-range area. A shot that Alabama is simply not allowed to shoot.
Yeah.
You get benched if you play for Nate Oates and shoot that shot.
Bench these days, maybe a fine as well. This is Jemison cutting hard and finishes.
The thing about Alabama that you have to remember is their shot chart is simply at the arc and at the rim.
Brown left wide open. Their point guard has been productive the last month of the season. Splashes the 3.
One of the challenges for Alabama is transition defense, even after they score. Not a good job of communicating, not a good job of getting matched up.
Mark, it's an important early season battle. You see Alabama 2-2 in league play, Oklahoma 1-3. They're on that 3-game slide. Allen pulled one from the right wing previously. Dribble drive this time. Back out. Philon sets the feet. Left it short. New 20 for the Tide. Philon says, I'll take this.
Yeah, you're asking for trouble, giving Alabama a second shot opportunity. Long rebounds. Your guards must get involved on the glass.
Look at the numbers, bottom left for Philon, 2nd in the league in scoring. Tay Davis, boy, if he can hit that with more regularity, look out if you're Oklahoma, nails the 3.
That will not please Nate Oates, a 1-pass open 3.
Brown's got it, and OU trying to string a couple of buckets together.
By the way, Kevin, I hope you like offense and 3-point shots, and a lot of them, because I think we're going to see them between these 2 teams.
We see a lot of possessions, a lot of points.
Yes.
This is Reed, puts the shoulder down, count it.
Yeah, he kind of moved Jemison where he wanted to take him.
OU scores 85 a game. Alabama, the 4th highest scoring team in the nation. They went for 92 the other night. Or excuse me, 97 in the win. Aiden Holloway on the board.
Having a sensational three-point shooting season, 47% from deep.
Yeah, we got 2 of them in this game. It's Holloway. Nigel Pack hasn't squeezed one off just yet. He's got it here.
On cue, maybe?
The veteran of college hoops instead passes it off to Davis. Going up strong. Davis has got an early 5.
High degree of difficulty coming back over his left shoulder. Would you say right now these 2 offenses are a little better than the 2 defenses?
Hey, good pace to start this one. Some shot making early on. Philon wide open again. Philon can't hit it. Both teams start 5 of 9 from the field. Brown on the attack. Sherrell react to that press. It's a little different.
I also think if you're willing to beat Alabama, obviously everybody is, but you've got to be willing to get in the 80s and 90s.
Yep.
Every game Alabama has lost this year, the winning score was 90 or more, with the exception of the Purdue game.
Oh, Davis is up to the officials to go to the monitor and look at a play like that. You got to have a timeout. And again, if they walk away and they don't add anything, you lose the timeout. So it's similar to the challenge system in that sense. Not entirely, though. Philon dribbled it off his foot. OU with a little momentum. This is Davis. A drive, lost it. And so these 2 trade giveaways.
Too many loose possessions.
Yeah. Well, we had a great flow and rhythm the first 5 minutes. The stoppage, here's Millett, dials it up for 3.
Yeah, that's a good sign, because in his last 3 games, he was just 1 for 12 from deep.
Brown off the window, it's in. That's Xavier Brown. Went for 24 in that loss to Florida the other night. You know, he's been productive. They've got the 2-point edge.
And if there's one Sooner that I think can give Alabama's guards trouble off the bounce, it is Brown.
Oh, well, meanwhile, Holloway blows by his man. And so there has been some efficient shot making early on. One way to look at it. Both teams shooting better than 50% from the floor. Ialatansa was rolling. This is Jadon Jones. Boy, he would have liked that one to fall early. He's been in a bit of a
assist, getting on the offensive glass.
That'll stay here with Alabama.
This is the new adventure, I think, in college basketball. The defenses on these situations are way ahead of the offenses. Just getting the ball in.
Philon cutting. Philon goes up. So,
and on the wraparound, he gets all the way to the rim. Take another look. I circled Philon. Watch him back cut off the screen, reject the screen. That little ball fake gets him the the 2-shot opportunity.
Philon gets 1 out of 2. So Alabama now on a 7-0 burst. It was an emphatic win on Tuesday for the Tide. They were down 14 late in the first half, then went on a 21-5 run to take a lead. They never relinquished it. Lob it up. This is Wagee. That one was deflected. Allen's got his head up. Allen running the break. Gathers, kick it back out. Aiden Sherrell trying to stretch it. You know, there's Allen in the mix to create a second look here for the Tide.
And
one more pass. Yep, here it is. Corner 3. Allen he is on a rampage this possession. Wild pass. Philon saves it. Let's see if Jemison can hit. You know, boy, you give Alabama, what, 3-4 looks right there. That is a dodged bullet if you're Oklahoma. Bol Bowen's going to come back on the floor.
I really thought we were about to see one of those patented Nate Oates runs after the flagrant 1 foul.
Yep.
But it seems like Oklahoma's kind of weathered that moment.
Seems like that's happened a couple of times in the first 10 minutes of this game. Now, Alabama this season, they are still hitting threes in terms of volume at a similar rate as they have in recent years. They're second in the nation in made threes.
Right.
It's tougher to do any better than that. 3-point percentage, 35%, slightly down from a year ago. Different group, a lot of veterans on that Elite 8 team. After Pack left the 3 short. New 20, Reed floats it up. Reed tapped it back out. And one more look here for the Sooners.
And both teams having some success on the offensive glass.
Yeah, they are. Didn't convert, though, both of those possessions on either side. Tide still on that 7-0 run. Jalil Bethia floats it up. That's good. So Bethia, the sophomore from Philly in his first year at the program, gets his first shot to go. It's a 9-0 extended run now.
Now Pack's going to start making these.
He's got to hit that one.
He's one of those shooters who always feels for the seams. That you can always tell the perfect rotation.
A prolific shooter from Indy. First year with Oklahoma, last year in college hoops. That'll stay here with the Tide. And Reed, by the way, he is, you see him there, that's the former Crimson Tide player last year with Alabama.
I thought Williamson gave them some quality minutes in the game against Mississippi State.
Yep. In a game in which Alabama was very short-handed. They didn't have Bol Bowen, Bristow, and Hannah, in addition to Wrightsell. So Williamson sets the screen. Little hesitation from Philon. Jones blocks it. Was he out of bounds? Yep, so he was on the end line. Alabama will take over.
What an athletic play by Jones. Rejecting the drive by Philon. And I think when he jumped, his foot was already out of bounds.
Shot clock is at 6. Bethia, gotta hurry. Euro step, Bethia. He's got 4.
That's the 3rd time now Alabama has shown great patience and scored at the end of a possession.
Tide got the 4-point edge on the 10-3 run. Jones cutting. Yeah, how about Reed finding him there over the shoulder?
Great movement without the ball. Great find, great finish.
Couple of nice plays on either end now for Jadon Jones. Bethia's got to give it up. Quality first half. Good play on both ends of the floor. Philon is looking. This is Allen in the corner. Triggers. Not that time. Alabama 3 out of 12 from distance. Pack. Trailer 3. No. Another look. Reed. Count it! The junior from Philadelphia in his first season with the program. Maybe the most impactful signing in the offseason. Oh, yeah, Brown using his body. Who's got it? Alabama going to come back the other way. 6:05 to play in the first half. First of 4 games on the network today, as is the case every Saturday.
It's an interesting rotation because Philon and Pack are both getting a breather.
Millette wide open. Alabama so far 3 of 14 from beyond the arc. They've had a number of open looks. They had not converted. Reed after the miss, back out to Davis. Davis going in strong. Reed trying to put the moves on Sherrill. Goes up with the right. Reed had a number of difficult finishes in this first.
That's the 2nd time he's made that bank shot going back over his left shoulder in traffic.
So he has 9. He and Brown, the 2 leading scorers for the Sooners. Sherrill in rhythm.
Yeah, the big guys stretch 5. Only 31% on the year, but he's coming off that game where he made 2 of 6 in the game against Mississippi State, a definite threat from bonus land.
So it puts an end to the 9-0 Oklahoma burst. How important is that going to be in this first half? Brown, kick it over to Jones. The ex-Tide has got it. That's Reed. 6 to shoot now. Someone's going to have to create. Davis, the leaner. Davis missed it. Reed Nearly jumped the passing lane in the backcourt.
Oh.
Philon, a crossover. Give it up to the corner. Bowen. New 20. Millett finishes at the rim. Timeout, Oklahoma.
Problems where they didn't know that there was going to be such a situation. So I like Texas A&M as my answer there.
Nearly KO'd Tennessee in Knoxville the other night. You know, everything is early on in league play. Who is going to seize maybe that upper echelon slot? So while we have a moment, let's remind you, Wednesday, the aforementioned Longhorns, after their impressive win against Vanderbilt the other night, it will face Kentucky. That is Wednesday, 7 Eastern on the network. Just getting started today on this Saturday. Important games all around the league. Every game is important, yes. I suppose. Not saying anything terribly profound. Here's Philon. Oh, rolls out. Alabama.
I don't know about defensively tipping the ball out against a three-point shooting team like Bama.
Could get burned. 3 in the corner. There's just been a number of those that have spiraled down and out for the Tide for distance. Here's Davis going up hard. Tay Davis. 10 points now for Davis. That's 7 straight in double figures for the senior. Oklahoma back in front by 2. An important final 3 minutes in this half for the Sooners at home today. Another missed 3 over the backboard. So here's Alabama, 4 out of 18 from distance. That's about 22%.
Neither team is making threes at a high clip, but I have no problem with the shot quality.
Sure.
I think both teams are getting good looks, the looks that they want.
We've seen a lot of open looks, just not converted. It has been competition level has been high in this first half, no doubt about it.
Absolutely. I'm impressed with Oklahoma's on-ball defense. For the most part, they have kept Alabama out of the paint.
Did it feel like today was a little better, if you want to call it matchup for Oklahoma, rather than their game against Florida the other night?
I don't think there's any question. As a matter of fact, I'm not sure how many teams actually do match up with Florida. Now, Arizona maybe, and they've already played each other to start the season.
Right.
So that's a unique situation, I think.
Goodness, Bowen. Just a spike right there to get that out. 7 to shoot for OU.
But look how deep Oklahoma's getting. It's a good job from behind. It's always the guys that are off the ball that get the quality blocks. That time it's Bowen.
The average is about a block and a half per game. He has been good in that area. Much better showing in the first half tonight for OU. Jones gets fouled. Has been good. They need a little pop scoring-wise off the bench. Porter Moser's team does. They're getting it today. 5-point edge. 2:30 to play, first half.
I think the matchup is right here. Davis and Philon.
Philon to the cup. That was Wagee. Slapped it away. Brown on the move. Xavier Brown is looking for a little contact. The hesitation. He's blocked. Wagee has it. Davis goes up. Count it.
I am so impressed with Oklahoma's energy in getting on the offensive glass. 15 second chance points for the Sooners.
They are diving on the floor to get the loose basketball. This is Reed. Transition goes up. He's got afternoon for the Sooners in this first. Philon can't shake free. Holloway's cut off. Another good defensive possession. Sherrell's going to have to improvise. There's a giveaway. This is Brown going in. Brown had it knocked away.
To defend Sherrell block to block.
They've now forced 7 Alabama turnovers. Wagee just held on to it for too long there. So a missed opportunity to extend the run. How does Alabama respond?
Neither team in the bonus. Oh, they misread on a cut.
Jones stumbled, gets back to his feet. Darion Reed, turn
mismatch
off the backboard, no. And so now you got 40 seconds left.
But he bailed out on the shot after the mismatch.
Allen, he attacks, throws it up, missed it. Ball back to the Sooners. Shot clock is off. They'll have one more look to maybe take a double-digit lead into the break.
Now, college coaches do not do a lot of this, but Alabama does have a foul to give. And I know that Pack has not shot the ball well tonight, 1 for 6 from deep. You better not lose sight of him in this last possession.
Oklahoma with a fine first half in a number of different areas. Reed gets his man in the air. Reed, the throwdown. 8 seconds. This is Allen with 6. Allen working off the screen. One last look. Allen lost it. Allen going up. Wild layup. Oklahoma ends. Really good on-ball defense. And so if you're Oklahoma, losers of 3 in a row after their opening weekend win against Ole Miss, they've got an opportunity today with a double-digit lead over the 18th ranked Tide. Aiden Sherrell's throwdown, though, cuts the deficit back to 9.
That's a good call out of the locker room. First possession to get Sherrell an easy one.
Alabama forces the miss.
See, that's a no-pass 3. That has to go in.
Millett, this is what they do. They can go on these bursts.
See, this is just like starting the second half with a 6-point lead.
Yep. Not even a minute in. The Sooners have beaten Alabama 4 times in this building historically. They've never lost to this team inside the Lloyd Noble Center. And so this one's going back to Alabama. That's a second foul on Waukee.
Sherrell is way out here, but he's going to get a block-to-block screen inside. Keep your eye on Millett. Here comes the screen. He's wide open. That's a good play out of the locker room. Easy deuce, and for Alabama in the first half, easy twos were hard to come by.
Let me correct myself. That was a foul on Holloway. So Oklahoma inbounded it. This is Waukee at the rim. Knocked away by Sherrell. Philon in a hurry to Holloway on the baseline. And now they work it back out. It's a great point you bring up. It's 5 straight points in 40 seconds. 6-point game. Here's Philon. Rare miss near the rim. Sherrell, 2.
All around Sherrell.
Mark, an 8-0 run for the Tide.
This is the way they play.
Yep. How many times did you say it this week? There isn't a double-digit hole that they can't make up very quickly. Is it going to be a 10-0 run? And Porter Moser takes a timeout. They're double-digit.
You've had such a defensive energy in the first half. Oklahoma needs to reclaim that quickly.
One-point game in Norman. Sooners running their stuff.
Alabama did not allow Oklahoma to go where they wanted that time.
Now it's Brown penetrating, goes up with the left. That bounced out. Missed a point-blank layup. They get a break here, and they'll inbound it underneath the hoop. Xavier Brown got off to the very quick start. First portion of that opening half. He's got 9 points on 4 of 11 shooting. So he'll trigger with 20 on the shot clock.
That's a great hard hedge by Allen.
Xavier Brown, dump it off to Davis. Pass is picked off. Millette to Philon. Into the front court, he finishes.
Millette was like a linebacker. He read the quarterback's eyes to create that turnover.
Really well said. 12-0 run for the Tide to begin this half. They have reclaimed the lead. This is just eerily similar to their night in Starkville a few days ago. Brown inside, he finishes. He's got 11.
Still, Oklahoma getting their feet in the paint easier than Alabama is.
Allen wants 3. That's good. Amari Allen.
Their three-point make ability is contagious.
That's now 2 threes right out of the chute to begin the half for the Tide. Allen's got his first. Reed spins on Allen. Has to kick it back out. This is Wagi. 4-3. His first
three-point make of the year. Just 0 for 2.
No better time than right now. Brown. Lob to Davis.
Again, Alabama's lack of ball security comes back to haunt them. What a challenge. That time by Jones in the corner. He's going on another double-double. Remember, he had that monster double-double against Texas A&M. Been in double figures now for the 12th time this season. Love this play.
Philon cutting to the basket. Philon had the 32 points the other night in Starkville. And there were stretches of that game where it looked easy for him. So what do you see on the latest one,
Yeah, this
Mark?
is what we call a flare screen. So Philon's going to set the flare screen and then slip to the basket. So he comes in, sets the screen, and then slips to the basket. That's good spacing, good execution by Alabama.
Boy, Philon goes 0 for 2 at the line, though, that time. So they come away with nothing. Philon's the talented playmaker from Mobile, Alabama. He has broken out this year, doubling his scoring output from his already impressive freshman season. It's time for Nigel Pack to get going. Yeah, for Oklahoma, that's a long 2.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that shot being a long 2, but right now Pack just needs to see the ball go through the net.
An experienced vet, had 5 in the first half. So Oklahoma responds with an 8-0 run they're in the midst of. This is going to be a foul on Davis. He held Bol Bowen, and that is the 3rd team foul on Oklahoma. Only the first on Davis. Really nobody in foul trouble. Nobody has been whistled for 3 or more to this point.
Yeah, neither team got in the bonus the first half.
Yeah. Porter Moser talked a lot the last couple of days about how his team is going to respond. He's always been pleased with their responses to adversity and losses, but can they respond with a little more intensity, with a little more determination? And so far, we've seen a lot of examples of that. 6-point lead against the 18th ranked Tide. Wagi spin it off the window. He missed it. Yeah, that's the first on Pack, so it is 6-team fouls on Oklahoma. Alabama is in the bonus now the rest of the way with 11:20 to play in a pivotal one for both teams for different reasons. But Sherrell is on a rampage, and even after the missed free throw, he's got 19. Allen looking for someone. Kick it back out. Philon on the attack. Philon throws it in.
How did he get that shot off?
The clever, crafty scorer, who is 2nd in the league, by the way, in the scoring average. There's a foul on the way in.
Late in the possession, the explosiveness, the creativity, the artistry, if you will, of Labaron Philon. Amongst the bigs, take another look. High degree of difficulty in trap.
Two-point game again.
Isolation.
Sherrill nearly lost it. Allen on the attack. Book it. Another one at the rim for this versatile, multi-dimensional freshman from Wisconsin.
If you allow college players to go to their strong hand, man, can they make some tough shots.
4-point game.
What did Porter Moser talk about? Keep playing the play after the play.
Yelatontsev.
And what he means by that, when you run the first part of your action, you don't have anything that happens, then what? Keep moving, play without the ball.
Alabama is about to head to the free throw line. That's a foul on Oklahoma.
That's a great call by you about Bama getting into the bonus so early. It's a difference maker in a lot of games. In league play, Alabama goes to the free throw line just under 28 times a game, and they want to get there, but because they're 76% shooting there is also.
They rave about this freshman. Missed the front end. Says no one's got more of a competitive edge than Allen. Doesn't want to lose anything. Game, drill and practice, so on and so forth.
Great motor.
Yeah. And that will be valuable to him at the next level for sure. Yelatontsev lines it up, puts in the three.
And he will completely change the game offensively for Oklahoma if he can make that shot.
They swing back in front. Drive and kick, Jemison can't answer. Millette, offensive rebound for the tie. Philon got blocked. Couple of OU players that were chasing that loose ball behind the play, and they were able to deflect it. Here's Brown. A blur. Brown missed it. Sat on the rim. How did it fall off? There's Philon. He just defensively giving this high scorer some fits. He's missed 3 in a row at the line, so that's odd.
He's 1 for 5.
Yeah.
At the free throw line, a guy that makes 76%.
Everything's going to matter in this one. Are we going to go down to the wire? We're tied at 62 with less than 9 to play. Oklahoma has lost 3 in a row. They are desperate for a home win in what could be their first victory against a top 25 team today. Alabama, meanwhile, they want to stay near the top of the league and win back-to-back this week. Jones, it bounces out. Thought it might get the friendly roll. Instead, it's Philon. Bounce it to the corner, and Oklahoma does get back.
Millette would have had a layup if he kept running.
Williamson forced it. Yelatontsev flipping ahead to Jones. Here's Jadon Jones.
Turnovers, points off turnovers.
Philon gets bit. So that latest OU foul, by the way, Mark, that's the 3rd on Xavier Brown. So can Philon get right at the line? As you pointed out, 2 of 6 at the stripe today. Philon has ascended to the role of the guy this year.
No question.
Yep. Mark Sears, All-American, moves on. Philon, who averaged 11 and 4 last year. His numbers are really good, largely coming off the bench. He has been one of, if not the breakout scorer in the league. And there's another
way with it on free throws that more than any other time in a game.
1-point game, 8:05 to play. Yelatontsev freeing up Brown. He's open. Passes up the 3. Here's Pack. Splash! Jemison, dribble drive. He's denied. The Russian blocks it. 4-point lead. OU on the move.
I thought he was going to let it go.
Yep. Here's Jones on the attack. Throw it out. Pack. Another. I think that one was partially deflected, was it? That's what Brown is saying. Our impactful players today. Sherrill leading the way with those 19. As you mentioned, Reed and Davis have been equally as impressive.
See that challenge, though, at the point of attack?
There's Philon.
The defense was really good. Philon was better.
Yep, he's got 14. One of the premier scorers in all of college hoops. Matter of fact, he's top 10 of the nation. Nearly forced the knockaway that time. Brown's got it. Brown into the paint. Got a slam on the brakes. He's got it again. Lines up the three. Wahi off the window. OU back in front by 4.
Yeah, Brown was drifting on that shot. I was about to say I don't like that shot, but Oklahoma cleans it up.
These two teams have played some really nice battles in this building in recent years. Oklahoma twice has beaten Alabama inside this place within the last 5 years. They're going to make it 3 in a row and 5 overall. Jones, nope. Holloway, a crossover. Could not get around Brown.
Every time I see somebody have any kind of leg injury.
Like something locked up on him, even on the takeoff. So he exits with a 16 points and 9 boards, plus a few assists. Reed has been very good today. OU remains in front by 2 scores. This is where this score has sat the last 5-6 minutes of game action. Millette for 3. Brown with the board. Alabama only 23% shooting from distance. They're 7 out of 29. OU in front. Pack, a step back. Some handles. Allen keeps him in front. There goes Brown. Knifes in. Brown, the step back. It falls through.
That's his game. That mid-range jumper I talked about. Elbow to elbow.
Ball Bowen. He is reaching. So he sits down. So Reed and Bol Bowen are both off the floor. 4.5 to play, and an exciting one in Norman. Philon, the leaner, that's strong. Oklahoma on the floor to get it. There's Allen in the mix to force the tie-up. Now the possession arrow does favor OU. They get it back here with 4:25 to play, and Mark leading by 2 scores.
I really think Davis's size and his ability, his quickness to guard the ball has been the most impactful thing in this game for Oklahoma. He's utilized that 6'9" frame, the length to really bother Philon in the mid-range.
X factor.
X factor,
yep,
yes.
One of them today. Moser and the staff, they bemoaned that point the last few days. We need a better defensive effort and tenacity if we're going to come away with a win against a ranked team.
Just a straight switch. I think, oh, they should have gotten out of the way and let Brown operate.
Brown picks it back up. 8 to shoot. Holloway defends Pack. Pack slips by. It's a tough one. Fall away. Davis hands on it. Rebound down to Millette. Lobs it ahead. This is Philon in transition. The 3. It's good. Labaron Philon strikes again.
Philon was able to get that shot off before Davis found him in transition.
Can only hold him down for so long. Now he's got the 17. On a difficult day for the scorer. Brown missed everything. Here they come. 1 possession game. Philon, a blow by. Missed the layup. Back out to him. He wants it. Back to back from distance to tie it at 73. Timeout, Oklahoma. 3:09.
Consideration.
You never want that moniker. Obviously, we got 2 months left and a whole lot of games in this season. 3 minutes to play. An entertaining back-and-forth battle in Norman. Alabama with a takeaway. They're on a 6-0 run. Millett missed it. And Davis secures the board. That's Tay Davis' 7th rebound. He's got 14 and 7. A strong day for the senior from Indy.
Doesn't Philon have to get the touch there?
It just made the back-to-back threes. Millett nearly picked that pass off. So Philon's consecutive triples have us tied. Let's remind folks, Darion Reed, who had a near double-double when he went out, is back in the locker room. The very productive starter. Looked like he was dealing with a right leg injury. Taylor Bowen is still on the bench for Alabama. Banged up that left hand that was injured a few days ago. A knockaway. That was Allen, who deflected it out of Davis's hands. Philon's got it now. Foot on the gas. A giveaway. Numbers here for OU. This is Brown. Spray it out. Pack. Passed up the 3. Pack going in. Pack the score. Sherrill inside. Barge it into Ialatansu. Millett for 3. He cashes in.
I'm okay with that Millett 3 because the ball got into the paint.
Alabama swings back in front with less than 2 to play. Oklahoma's got the 1 timeout, Alabama 2. Both teams in the bonus. Bounce pass to Davis. Davis, the floater, missed. 90 seconds to play.
Somehow the ball's got to get to Sherrill on some kind of pick and roll action. Make Ialatansu guard him.
Alabama in the midst of a 9-2 run. Are they going to continue to take over? Holloway trying to take Pack off the bounce. Holloway, it's an off-balance one. Here come the Sooners. With 60 seconds left, they're down 1. Xavier Brown. Sizing up Philon. Down the alley. Brown goes up. Missed it. Sherrill the board. So, Mark, you got about 15-second differential between shot and game clock.
Just went 1 dribble too far. Take your little leaner off 2 feet. Now this has got to be Philon. Philon and Sherrill and nobody else.
1-point lead for the Tide. Philon off the screen. Swivels around Brown. A slithery move. Count it. A significant free throw. He's been a little iffy at the line today.
It doesn't,
cold-blooded make.
It doesn't have to be a 3, but it's got to be quick and it's got to be all the way to the rim.
20.7. Here's Brown. Draws the foul.
Trap 1 time, then you have to foul.
Allen triggers. Looking for someone. Philon has it. He breaks free. Davis is chasing. A lot of time coming off. 13 seconds on the clock. And
like this, go down the floor a little bit further.
9 seconds. Is Alabama going to foul?
Oh, no!